Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company. Centaur, your kind of company.
Tonight on CTV3 News, family of Jaheim Williams plans to fly him out for medical attention. Police on the move to levy charges for hit-and-run accident that left a Carmelita resident in coma. And Corozaleños observe World AIDS Day. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Thursday, December 1st, 2022.
Ever since I was a kid, I've dreamt of going to Mars. You can keep my dream alive.
Come with me. You cannot, under any circumstances, leave my room, okay? Only for 35 days.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
Everyone, including our elderly, needs to stay connected with their loved ones. With Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program, senior citizens can sign up for 10 megabytes of unlimited internet at a low monthly cost of $25. Citizens over 65 can sign up with a valid ID and receive free installation plus 1 month free on selected broadband plans. Visit a Smart showroom near you for more information on how you can enjoy Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program. Smart, bringing people together.
Centaur, your kind of company.
The Qatar 2022 World Cup is approaching. Start date November 20. Live the emotion of each match.
This man is absolutely mainline to pure footballing magic.
Each great goal.
Again, the medicine man arrives.
And each play.
Watch this hesitation right there. 3 players inside a telephone box, and he don't care.
Through Centaur. Subscribe now.
Centaur, your kind of company.
Good evening with your news, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. Last night, we told you that the Orange Walk Police Department has recorded 2 statements in relation to an accident that occurred on Sunday evening when entering Carmelita Village, just passing the toll bridge. In that accident, at least one 16-year-old Giovanni Khan was seriously injured and was first taken for medical attention at the Northern Regional Hospital. However, because of the severity of his injuries, Khan was immediately transported to the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital on Sunday night. Khan is still in a coma and doctors are uncertain about his health recovery at this time. What is certain, however, is that the police department is moving towards placing charges against one person at least. Authorities, we understand, are awaiting the medical legal form to ascertain what charge or charges will be levied on the driver of the vehicle. We have been reporting throughout the weeks about a 17-year-old Jaheim Williams who remains as a patient at the KHMH following a deadly accident involving an ambulance from the Ministry of Health and Wellness and a taxi van. In the accident, Jorge Vargas, a student enrolled at the Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College, died on impact. For Jaheim, fighting for his life signifies going through at least 4 surgeries already. His family, on the other hand, hope for the best as the 17-year-old lies at the KHMH.
He had to do about like 4 surgeries. He had a spine injury. So from that spine injury, we had to do a skull traction on him to snap back the 2 bones that were dislocated. And after that, he ended up catching pneumonia. That was a hell of a thing because you know pneumonia that has to do with your lungs. So that put a toll on his breathing. We had to put him back on the ventilators. Then they had to put a feeding tube on him. And so right now, they're feeding him through the tube, no? And over the weekend, Jaheim gave us a scare. His blood pressure dropped low. Like, you know, a normal person blood pressure should be over 60. He was in the 30s. So anything after that would have caused him to go into a cardiac arrest, and maybe we could have lost him. But with prayers and all that, yesterday when I came, it went back over 60. So I said, thank God, prayers, the power of prayers. Yesterday when we came, he was more alert. When I talked to him, he opened his eyes, he turned his head, looked at me. He's still not talking, but we know that he's listening now. He can hear us more better. And
so hope is not lost, as there is a possibility that Jaheim will make it out of the hospital. Sadly, doctors are forecasting he will do so in a wheelchair.
When he was talking, Jaheim said, "Ma, you know something? They know I keep me down. This time I push, and if I have to work out and to get back for his feelings, that's what he want to do, because he said he don't want to stay crippled or paralyzed like that. He has no sensation right now, and we can't ask him if he's feeling anything because he can't talk."
Jaheim has been receiving medical care at the KHMH for almost 2 months. While he has been kept alive, Natisha Williams says the family wants to fly him out to get medical attention.
Me and the family were thinking about trying to see if we can take him out of the country. Maybe we could get some kind of assistance to try to move him and see if we could get another type of opinion. Maybe we know there's better care out there, but we're just thinking of trying to get him a more better care, because the people here at Carl Huchner, they're definitely working on him, and I can't say nothing bad about them. They're trying and they have him alive still, so I'm grateful for that as well. But I still feel that there's more that the family can do to help him to recover more quickly.
Jaheim Williams is a student at the Belize Adventist Adventist Junior College and a fanatic of the football sport. It is a sport which his mother says is the fuel that keeps him fighting to remain alive.
Jaheim is a very respectable person. Everybody loves Jaheim. Who just meet him today, when they see me tomorrow, they say, that little boy there is a very respectable person. Everything, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Nobody has nothing bad to say about him. Jaheim, he has a passion for football. So everything for him is football. He's a very smart boy. He just graduated last year from Blaze Adventist College on a roll. So it was his first year at the junior college. And he was excited. So when this happened to him, it was a complete shock for everyone.
For now, Natisha Williams remains hopeful for her son's recovery and is seeking financial assistance for Jaheim. If you wish to reach Jaheim's mother, she is available at phone number 632-0226. Cabinet met at its regular session on Tuesday, November 29, 2022, where they were updated on the Prime Minister's official visit to Venezuela. As we told you previously, Prime Minister John Briceño met with Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro, where they agreed to strengthen the close bonds of friendship and solidarity between Belize and Venezuela. They committed to working together on matters of trade, energy, tourism, communications, air connectivity, education, culture, and housing. President Maduro announced that Petrocaribe was being renewed and expanded and that Belize would continue to be one of the beneficiaries. The Prime Minister also updated Cabinet on the important negotiations on the debts owed by Belize to Venezuela, on which a new agreement was reached that brings substantial benefits to both countries. Among other topics discussed during Cabinet session is the introduction of the General Revenue Supplementary Appropriations Number 4 bill at the next House sitting, including to appropriate further sums of money for the use of the public service of Belize, including for hurricane relief. Cabinet also approved the tabling of 2 loan motions and for government to provide government guarantees for the Development Finance Corporation, DFC, to support tertiary level education and micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, in Belize. In addition, Cabinet approved amendments to the Fiscal Incentive Act to support MSMEs with important duty exemptions for their capital investments to incentivize their formalization. Government will also earmark procurement to MSMEs with a view to stimulate economic growth and improve Belize's investment climate. Last month, Beltrade and the Office of the Prime Minister concluded a successful MSME roadshow where entrepreneurs from around the country had the opportunity to participate in a 3-day event that included boot camp training on business models, marketing, customer service, goal setting, and money management. Coming up next, the Blue Economy engages in 2-day climate resilience forum. Stay tuned.
Win big with Shell! Shell is giving away over $20,000 in prizes this Christmas. One lucky customer will win $6,500 in fuel, plus over 40 customers will win either $150 in fuel vouchers or $500 in cash. To enter, spend $40 Belize or more in fuel. Complete the entry form and drop it in the boxes provided. Fuel up with Shell this Christmas for your chance to win. Promotion runs from November 21 to December 31, 2022. Terms and conditions apply. Visit solpetroleum.com/winbig with Shell for more details. Shell trademarks are used by Shell Brands Incorporated under license from Shell Brands International AG.
LG dual inverter compressor cools air faster by operating at speeds as high as 120 Hz with more stability compared to conventional models. It also saves up to 70% more energy by operating at speeds as low as 10 Hz with more stability. It reduces torque vibration down to 40% for quiet outdoor unit operation. Stable operation with low vibrations also results in increased durability.
Centaur, your kind of company.
Se acerca el Mundial Qatar 2022, fecha de inicio 20 de noviembre. Viva la emoción de cada partido.
Le quiere hacer un puente al portero, pero este no se deja. ¡Qué leñazo, señores!
De cada golazo. Y de cada jugada.
Y ese reanuda el juego con un bote tuya, mía. Tenla, te la presto, dámela.
A través de Centaur. Suscríbase ahora.
Centaur, your kind of company.
Everyone, including our elderly, needs to stay connected with their loved ones. With Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program, senior citizens can sign up for 10 megabytes of unlimited internet at a low monthly cost of $25. Citizens over 65 can sign up with a valid ID and receive free installation plus 1 month free on selected broadband plans. Visit a Smart showroom near you for more information on how you can enjoy Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program. Smart, bringing people together.
Today is observed as World AIDS Day. Around the world, December 1st is set aside as a day used to raise awareness about HIV and AIDS, educate people about prevention methods, and eliminate stigma against those infected. To create awareness, the National AIDS Committee in Corozal and its partners set up a testing site at the Gabriel Hoare Market in the middle of a bustling Thursday. The site had HIV testing booths, as well as stalls that provided information about prevention and protection. We spoke to Clemente Novello, chair of NEC Corozal.
We have a great amount of persons coming in. One, because we have pre-HIV testing. We have syphilis testing at the same time. We have the presence of diabetic center with us. We have NHI, Social Security, NDAC, Human Development, and the whole core from the Ministry of Health sponsoring or helping, assisting in this HIV for today. We assist not only the infected but the affected personnel or clients or families that have persons living with HIV or a past individual in the family. The NAC or from Corozal actually likes the idea in becoming unfriendly or when it comes to HIV with our colleagues or members assisting our activities. Our main objective here is that you feel at home, you feel friendly, you feel welcome. Our main objective is to stop stigma and discrimination. And that's the way how the NAC or the National AIDS Commission Corozal assists, especially on the 1st of December. Everybody knows 1st of December is World AIDS Day. And we say, we welcome our members. We have persons living with HIV. We have personnel from all abroad coming in to support the activity. And we feel in family, we feel as friendship, we feel that we cope. There is no stigma, there is no discrimination among us.
The HIV epidemic in Belize remains concentrated in certain sectors, but despite increased access to testing, patients are still being diagnosed rather late in the infection.
One of the reasons is that people are not doing a follow-up checkup or know their status. The Ministry of Health, along with other NGOs and other non-governmental health facilities, are welcome into the testing, in which it's free of cost. You come in, you do your HIV test free of cost in all our institutions. We do a combo, which is not only HIV, but it's syphilis together. We promote hepatitis B and hepatitis C at the same time when it comes to our clients. Our objective is for testing, and then the Ministry of Health embarks that each of us or any member or any client assisting our facilities to do a free HIV testing, which is free of cost. We have medication available in all our pharmacies from Punta Gorda to Corozal, east to west. So the people just need to take that initiative and say, let me do my HIV test. Let me know my status. By knowing their status in early stage, we could administrate medication. Remember, HIV doesn't have a cure, but we do have medication for a better life span if we change our lifestyle.
One leading factor that compounds vulnerability of becoming infected with HIV is poor decisions and drug use.
Thing is, the interaction with drugs and AIDS is that drugs alter your state of consciousness, so it puts you in a very risky position, especially when having that intercourse with other people. So you by yourself are in a vulnerable position because of the drugs. So that's on a personal stand. If you consume, and the other one is you give it to somebody else, because you want to have, especially like date rape drugs. So that is when you get the person under the influence so that they can be in an altered state, and so you take advantage of it. Apart from that, drugs also stimulates the body when it comes to stimulant, or alcohol that depresses the body. But that puts you, with the drugs in your system, puts you in a position of risky behaviors. That's how it links with the HIV/AIDS. Now, if you have HIV/AIDS, the drugs weaken your system, so giving you more chances to contract AIDS if you have the virus already into your system. So it weakens your immune system, putting you in a very more vulnerable position. So here we are out here promoting that, use of alcohol and other drugs puts you in a vulnerable position, and very risky choices. So puts you more prone to, one, catching HIV, and two, if you already have HIV, it's weakening your system so that you can contract the AIDS.
World AIDS Day is a UN AIDS initiative that emphasizes on prevention and diagnosis of the disease, with the goal to ensure that people living with HIV or AIDS are diagnosed or antiretroviral treatment, and for them to have a fully suppressed viral load to live healthier. As we told you at the top of the newscast, Cabinet met at its regular session on Tuesday, November 29, 2022, where they also discussed the establishment of general guidelines by which the Central Building Authority, CBA, will operate. The Belize Building Regulations 2022 will set out procedures and the general requirements of the CBA. This knowledge would lead to greater transparency and promote overall safety in construction in Belize. Cabinet also gave its approval for a 3-month extension of the registration period of Amnesty 2022 to February 2023. In addition, Cabinet approved the introduction of a bill to provide for the creation of a credit bureau in Belize. The credit reporting bill will establish a legal framework for a credit reporting system that will provide objective credit information to lenders, foster efficient credit decision making, and a sound level of consumer protection. Cabinet gave approval for the repeal and replacement of the Financial Services Commission Act 2020 with the Financial Services Bill to strengthen the regulatory powers of the Commission and introduce several key provisions to ensure that it is in line with best international standards and obligations to ensure the integrity and compliance as well as promote Belize's reputation for conducting and promoting good business. And in commemoration of World AIDS Day observed under the theme Equalize, Cabinet encourages all Belizeans to join in the global call to end AIDS as a public health threat by 2030. As we told you, December 1st is celebrated globally as World AIDS Day. However, today is also a celebratory moment for the Ministry of the Blue Economy as it engages in a two-day climate resilient forum at the Belize City's Civic Center. CEO Kennedy Carrillo gave the press an interview on the importance of the forum and also what is going on with the Blue Economy Fair, also held today.
Today is a day when we open Blue Economy to the general public. We are having what we call our Blue Economy Climate Resilience Forum and Fair. Today, Thursday, we are having the information part of it that includes the panels, the presentations, the discussion with the audience. And tomorrow is more of what we call the edutainment part of it. It's going to be a fair. We're going to have different booths where we'll be sharing information as well as different tokens. We will be having seafood galore on sale. I have to say on sale because we are supporting our local entrepreneurs. And then as well, we have different products that we have different persons that have been able to take advantage of our blue resources to do, for example, lionfish jewelry. We have persons that are doing salt sequestration, beauty products with seaweed, and these are the things that we want to promote and we want to share with the general public.
Carrillo says that both events cater to the inclusion of the small and medium enterprise businesses who do not necessarily get access to these spaces.
Blue economy that for all away. I keep saying it and I mentioned it earlier today. With economy, todos podemos y debemos ganar. With blue economy, we can all and we should all. It all depends on how creative and innovative we can be. We have a large expanse of blue from the Corozal Bay all the way down to the Zapadilla Keys. We have our territorial waters, and we even have our EEZ zone, where we know that there is so much capacity for economic growth, investments. And so we want to make sure that every single Belizean has an opportunity. And that is our role as a ministry, because it's easy to get the large lobster producers and exporters involved. It's good and easy to get people who want to get involved in sea cucumber and in exporting crab claws and so on. But what about the young people? What about the women, the children in the small communities, the coastal communities that have such an intimate relationship with the sea? How can they take advantage but also have the necessary support? So when we speak right now about the MSMEs, that's a big thing right now, the micro, small, medium enterprises. Blue economy is an integral part of this, because we want to make sure that these incentives that are coming through the MSME will also be able to reach the small fisherman in St. Bite. It will be able to reach the young people in Hopkins that want to get into jewelry making. It will reach the women in Monkey River that want to do something about their situation as well.
Day 2 of the forum continues tomorrow. Today, the government of Belize, through the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change, and Disaster Risk Management, in collaboration with the Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan, held the closing ceremony for the Belize Urban Resilience and Disaster Prevention, BURDP, and launched the inception of $1.6 million project entitled Flood Warning Capacity Improvement for the Belize River Basin. In 2019, the governments of Belize and the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, signed an agreement for the BURDP, a $1.2 million project. The project resulted in drainage improvement in the Cayo district, the production of updated cadastral, flood potential, and digital elevation maps for the Cayo district, as well as the installation of 4 hydrometeorological stations that are utilized by the National Meteorological Service of Belize to obtain real-time forecasting data. The project launched today will build on the work that commenced through the BURDP project by expanding the scope of the monitoring technologies, improving disaster preparedness capabilities, and strengthening disaster response capabilities. In his remarks, Honorable Orlando Habet, Minister of Sustainable Development, Climate Change, and Disaster Risk Management, provided an overview of the outputs of the BURDP and emphasized that the flood warning capacity improvement project will undoubtedly increase Belize's resilience towards the impacts of climate change. He said the flood warning capacity improvement for the Belize River Basin will bridge the hydrometeorological gap between the Cayo District and Belize City, a stepping stone towards better preparedness and management. It will expand on the existing flood early warning system and provide opportunities for capacity building that will boost local technical capabilities in disaster management and improve our country's resilience towards the increasing impact of climate change. His Excellency David Ko Cho Chen, Ambassador of Taiwan to Belize, delivered the keynote address in which he spoke about one of the major outputs of the BURDP and expressed his hopes that with the new project, it could expand it to the entire Belize River Basin. He said under the project, Taiwan's mature disaster prevention technology was able to assist Belize establish an early warning system and improve the government's disaster prevention and relief capabilities. Based on the successful experience of the project, I am delighted to sign the flood warning capacity improvement for the Belize River Basin in hope of extending Taiwan's disaster prevention technology to the entire Belize River Basin. Among those present at the ceremony were Dr. Kenrick Williams, CEO in the ministry, representatives from the Rock Taiwan Technical Mission in Belize, ICDF, and the Taiwan Diplomatic Mission, and staff of the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change, and Disaster Risk Management. And before we end tonight's newscast, we invite you to stay with us as we switch over to the Orange Walk Central Park and bring to you the Christmas tree lighting ceremony. It airs live right after the news. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Friday, December 2nd, here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3NewsBZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.